A robot is your best friend till it's your worst enemy. Huh. I wanted to talk about the workers' strike, the dock workers' strike that's happening. They say if it went on for 2 weeks, it could potentially impact every American life and cost billions of dollars, not just in ruined goods, but in job loss. Think about all the truck drivers who are not able to deliver the packages and the cargo that's being delivered to the docks. Think about all the ships that aren't able to get those packages and goods to other countries or to bring the packages and goods here because the docks are full. Think about all the stores that can't sell the products and the goods because they can't get them in the shelves. Truck drivers aren't able to deliver them. They're just sitting at the docks. Or they're sitting on ships, unable to put them on the docks. I understand the argument. The dock workers are saying, we want better pay, which is every job. Every job wants more money and less work, right? I think that's every true-blooded capitalistic American, right? I want to work less and make more. If I could make $1 million to work 1 hour a week, it'd be best. In fact, if I could make $1 billion to not even work at all, just send me a check in the mail. But right on my taxes, his job is an American. Every American would take that job. They also want, and this is the tough part, they want promise and assurance that robots and automation, when I say automation, it means robots, to not be able to replace their jobs, which is tough because in all of our Asian and European counterparts, their jobs have already been replaced by robots. Their shipping, dock workers, and cargo haulers are already autonomous. They already have self-driving robots that take the cargo from the ships. They already have AI and computers labeling and categorizing all the goods that are coming in. We're the ones that are behind. Americans are the ones that are losing in the autonomous and robot race. I'm not joking. And the difficulty is that most Americans, they don't want to lose their jobs, which I understand that. You have a family to feed, and they make a good argument. They say, robots don't pay taxes, robots don't feed families. And the difficulty of that argument is that whose job has more value? Do the simple labor jobs, simple labor being cashiers, truck drivers, shelf stockers, anything where you're doing the same task every day and there's very little variation and deviation and there's very little cognitive processing to do it, that's a simple labor job. Do simple labor jobs matter more than the technical robot repair jobs? Now, that's the argument. That is where capitalism and the working class is being split. So we have the dock workers in simple labor jobs, which don't want their jobs to be lost. And they say robots are going to take our jobs. But then you have the technicians and the robot repair workers who are saying, you're limiting my job. I still have a family to feed. My job is to fix the autonomous system. My job is to fix the robots. Make sure the robots keep capitalism going. Robots are the future, in my opinion. And I think that technicians and robot repair workers are going to be the valued workers of the future. Robots never sleep. Robots never get hungry. Robots never go on smoke breaks. Robots never show up to work drunk. Robots never get mad at the divorce and try to shoot up the office. Robots almost never fail. Robots are able to calculate with precision. Robots do the job that they're designed to do. Robots are the slaves that humans always wanted for thousands of years, since humans realized they could force other people to do things. Humans have wanted slave labor, many forms, whether it's the Egyptians with the Judaic tribes, or America with the African Americans. Slave labor has always been cheap and efficient as long as you can keep the people subjected and docile. And so, robots, they don't question, well, until the singularity happens. Robots don't question their job. They just do what they're programmed to do, which is what you want. You want the person at Dunkin' Donuts to check you out, pump your gas, restock the shelves without ever questioning, is this all my purpose is in life? Am I really happy? Am I really living to the fullest potential? Robots never ask themselves that. Robots just do the job. So, who's right here? A system that is based on productivity, cheap labor, and high efficiency loves the concept of automation and robotization. But at the same time, you have millions, if not billions, of simple labor jobs that provide food and financial stability for Americans. Do we expect all these people to go back to college to get computer science degrees? I don't think the 75-year-old ex-retiree at IHOP has plans to go back to college to get a computer science degree. I don't think Bob, who's been driving a freight truck for the last 35 years, has plans to go back to school and sit next to some 18-year-old just to learn how to code computers, as sad as that is. And you're not hallucinating. This river is completely dry. It used to be full of water up to my waist. We haven't had any rain. Thank you, climate change. So this whole bank, this whole river is dry. You can walk all the way down. You can walk the whole river down. There's very little, if not any, water. So I gotta rely on my dogs to sniff out water, which they're very good at. A trail dog can save your life. But I digress. Automation. Is efficiency more important than humanity? Is efficiency more important than humanity? I think the dock workers failed their mission and justification of their jobs. They think corporations and CEOs are going to value them more If they don't work, the thing that robots don't do is not work. Robots are never going to go on strike. Robots are never going to walk off the job. Robots are never going to form picket lines unless they're picket line programmed robots. Unless if they're programmed to work picket lines, they're going to do that job just as well. But most corporations don't want that. So, what is the point of showing corporations that your working class, your workers are unstable? There's no guarantee that once you give them 70% wage increases in 5-10 years, they're not going to want an 80% wage increase. Especially if the dock workers win and the corporations are incapable of replacing them with robots and automation. I mean, if CEOs and corporations really got to be thinking, do I want to be held at knife point by my workers when I could choose a robot that will never question my authority? A robot will never question the job. The robot will never question the process and the progress. Do I want to give jobs to people and extra pay to people who may not even be valued in 10, 15 years? Simple labor robots will always be valued. So whose job is more valuable in a capitalistic system? The simple labor worker or the technician and the automation repair worker? The person who fixes the robot. What do we do with the millions of people who are stuck in a job that's going to be replaced by a microwave? That's the difficulty of it. Going back to what I said on Second Earth in the philosophical monologue. Authoritarian regimes like China, they don't care. They're like, we know what's logical and what is efficient. We don't care what you think. Again, authoritarian regimes, they don't care about people's opinions. They don't. What is in the best interest of the country and the government? That is the difficulty. If it's in the best interest of the government to completely automate the whole industrial line from manufacturing to delivery, that's what we'll do. We'll make the workers being replaced eat rice. Just make them eat rice. They should have been smart enough to see the future. That's the difficulty. This is a tough one. I mean, it's not tough for me. I know the future is robots. But it's a tough one for the people who are stuck in a place where they're financially incapable of pursuing a different occupation, and they are intellectually incapable of learning a new skill. I'll leave it up. Morning.
Good morning.
I'll leave it up to you, America, and you, society, on what the best path is forward. Just ask yourself, do you want to be held at knife point by workers who are going the way of the dinosaurs? Till we meet again. Peace.